Welcome back to another episode of Saddle Rants and Reflections. We're out here on a Thursday, getting a little bit of a tack walk in around the golf course. And I've got Bailey and Fernando again today. We got to get back in time to go and do some things. So I got about an hour. So anyways, I was looking through some of the responses to my video. I can't control my horse, so I'm going to control you instead. And, people were talking about, a loose dog could cause a lot of people to have a problem. I could see, and somebody else said, hey, I've seen a dog attack a horse. Well, I've been on a horse that's been attacked by a dog. And generally speaking, it's not dudes out on trail with their dogs. It was in a rural setting where the dog lived on a property that wasn't fenced. And as I came by, they ran out to meet me, and there was no other person there to stop them, okay? So I've been attacked by a dog while I'm on my horse. And I had to explain why their dog was missing some teeth. My horse didn't put up with it. So, I see your problem. And you know what? Look, you want to know who the fake dog person is in the room? Bring a German Shepherd in. And they're the ones that are completely afraid of your dog. All right? They proclaim their love of all dogs and blah, blah, blah. And then you bring a German Shepherd or one of those pointy-eared dogs to the party, and they're absolutely afraid. So that's just anecdotal. I never really experienced that until I had one. But anyways, so when I'm out here, just for everybody's information, I have my dog well in hand. And when I see somebody that is coming down the trail to meet me, regardless of if they have a dog, if they're on foot, if they're on horse, if they're pushing a shopping cart and wielding a machete, it doesn't really matter. I put my dog in a heel, okay? First of all, to the dude that's pushing the shopping cart and stuff, if I got control over my dog, it means something, all right? And it's also reassuring to everybody else. So I'll take my dog and I'll put him in a heel, and we'll find a place to move off the trail, and I'll make him sit, and we'll let everybody go by. And I do that, okay, out of courtesy, but I also do it as a way to exercise and keep training my dog, okay? It's good for him to be recalled, to be made to sit, and, sit there until everybody's gone, and then his praise and his reward is being told free and being allowed to go back out there and cast around and live his best life leashlessly. Okay? So that's what we do. All right? My rant is because I deal with a lot of people that's not the case. Okay? My rant is the people that are trying to control every aspect of the barn life and everything else. Look, I have two eyes. I have lots of experience. I know when you're actually having problems and when you're not. Okay. I'm not rude that way. If I can see that you're having trouble with your horse, I know how to conduct myself and even be in a position to help you if you need it. What I'm talking about is the person, and I'll give you an anecdotal story. I just heard from a fellow horse person the other day that one of these people at the barn was riding in the arena, a newcomer, and there was an arena right next door, and the two arenas are separated by a hedge, okay? And this hedge, because it's wintertime, is shedding some leaves. And so there happens to be some leaves on the track, okay? Now, one side gets used more than the other, so one side has more leaves than the other. Well, the person that was in the less used ring was going down the track, and as you could imagine, there was sounds of leaves. And this person asked them to not ride on the track, okay? So, right there, you have somebody who's saying my ride is more important than your ride. Okay? So don't do what you're doing. Cater to me. Okay? Second of all, when she was done, she approached the people that she's riding with, and she says, "You need to rake the track. You need to cut the hedge. You need to do all of this stuff." I'm like, well, everybody else is fine with it. Sorry you have a problem. Bailey here. Sit. As you can see, stay. We have a lady with her two dogs, and we are letting them go by. Okay. So anyway, you get where I'm going with this. So these are the people that are like, they're not sharing. They expect you to move the jumps out of the arena. They can't be in the corner between your lessons and theirs. They're the ones that ask you not to sit in a certain corner and that your dog can't be loose. They're the ones that, are so worried about their ride and what they're doing, and it's so much more important than everybody else's, that it's the tyranny of the wimpy and the weenie, all right? And the thing is that none of them actually ride anywhere near good enough that it would matter one tinker's damn whether they were doing their ride in a bubble or not, And I just want you to keep in mind that when you get on a horse and you go out there and you go for your ride and stuff, and you might have an idea of what you might be working on that day, but you may end up working on something completely different, and that's perfectly okay. See, in my mind, the only safety that you can take with you wherever you go is not being able to control me and my dog, or where those jumps are placed, and the muck bucket just happens to be sitting wherever it's sitting. It's about when you're riding and the leaves are bothering your horse, you make 10 more chips through the leaves so he isn't bothered by the leaves. When the jumps are down in the corner, or there's light shining in from the gate, and your horse is having a trouble being down in that ring, instead of avoiding it, you ride in that corner until it's a non-issue. Like working on those kind of things is literally the only safety and security that you can take with you wherever you go. Because when you go to the horse show, you're going to deal with a water truck. You're going to deal with all of those horses screaming and hollering because they're in a new venue. You're going to see the easy up tents and the smoke coming out of the concession trucks, and the drag, and people on bicycles, and all these different things. And look, if you haven't made it so that your horse is, able to deal with a little bit of stress, then you really done yourself a disservice. But honestly, if you've been bossing me around and telling me what I should do and what I shouldn't do, and where I should park my fanny next to the ring, and what I should do with my dog, and where to put my jumps and my poles, and And everything else, I really don't have any sympathy for you. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from, and you have a good day.